Thanks for having me. My name is Anant Vikram. I am from uh, basically I'm from India, and I graduated my MBA in 2019. So I came to Newcastle Uni in 2018. I did 1 year of intensive MBA work. Everyone be aware of it. So it is intensive, but yeah, I did my MBA in 2019, got my degree, and then moved to London last year. Currently I'm working as a product owner at OneWeb, which is a low earth orbit LEO constellation satellite, or group of satellite, which provides broadband connectivity to businesses. So we are a B2B company, and uh, I look at the billing solution for OneWeb. So I'm the product owner of the billing solution, which falls on the BSS side of things. So typically, my day starts with following. So we follow scaled agile framework here at OneWeb. So typically, my day starts with a stand-up meeting with my developers, architects, and program managers, and highlighting issues which need to be worked to. We work towards a sprint goal. We work into sprints, so 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on that particular PI, which is a program increment. So you take a sizable chunk of functionality. So for example, I work in the billing system. So how so basically having all the use cases, starting from how you will onboard a customer, how would you identify the customer account, how would you send communication, and then as soon as the customer starts, let's say, using your broadband services, how would you start rating them? How much gigs have you used? Actually, are you on a limited or an unlimited plan? What's the charges after you go beyond your uh, entitlement, so to say, and how you rate those charges, how those charges appear on the invoice, and how you communicate to the customer, because we are a B2B business. So essentially it's like big corporates, right? AT&T, BT, and these telco companies are, or not just telco, but essentially these businesses are our customers. So you need to make sure that the invoice which you send to them is accurate, is flawless, and my work is to make them trust the billing system, so that you have less and less number of disputes, and everything runs smoothly. You get paid on time, record those payments, send payment reminders and things like that. So I my job is to build that billing system which is capable of doing all those activities. And I uh, I take a particular feature, which is like a bigger chunk. Let's say accepting a payment would be a feature, and then you kind of break down into sprints, and then you assign those sprints uh, a, a story points, so to estimate how much of the work is to be done in this. And then you basically give it to your dev team. They they build the software, they demo it to you, and then you rate, whether you are happy with it to be pushed to production. In the sense is whether it's live for the customer. So that's essentially is my role. So basically I am responsible for the product which we ship to the customer. So any escalation comes directly to me, and I'm uh, held accountable for that. um, so immediately, so I think in terms of securing a role, I was while I was studying my MBA, I got an offer from a startup in Newcastle itself. So that was back in July, and there were like 3 more months to go for handing in my dissertation. So that that was some that was something which actually helped, because having an MBA degree, or having a prospective MBA graduate working in a startup organization, it was a big win for them, I guess. So they recruited me before I could graduate, and then I worked there for 1.5 years. And as soon as you are in the job market, I guess it becomes easier, or you become more visible to other recruiters, right?
Yes.
Because uh, probably it's easier for you to appear in LinkedIn searches, and depending on your area and what criteria you have updated. So after I think while I was there, I received a call from OneWeb, and I interviewed with them many many times. So there were like 3 or 4 rounds of interviews, but then I secured the position, and here I am. I believe I'm still using the learnings I have got from my MBA course, and it has been very helpful in terms of even in terms of my day-to-day activities. The stuff which I described to you in terms of sprint planning and executing, this were this was part of my project and program management module. It was an elective back then. I don't know about the current scenario, but it is essentially out of the books. What I do day to day is from my MBA elective. So apart from the soft skills, like presentation, and handing in drawing up a presentation, a PPT, or a one page document. Sometimes, I mean, pretty recently, I was called up by my senior director, and he wanted a write up, a quick write up on something, and he gave me like 30 minutes. And I have been used to uh, uh, this, going back in the MBA days, where you had like tight deadlines for submissions, and then you also need to go out with your friends. Newcastle, obviously everyone knows it's the party capital of the UK, or might I say Europe? I don't know, but yeah, definitely the UK, right? Because my friends here in London go in to Newcastle to party, so that that is something. So you had to sort of manage, because the course, like I said initially, is pretty intense. So you need to be on your toes, very attentive, do lots of things, and still manage to get submission done on time. So I was used to that kind of pressure, and what I did was, within that 30 minutes, I gave like a 10-page brief, right? Managing
Wow.
screenshots and things like that, right up. And my senior director was shocked to see that I managed to you know conjure up something within that time frame. And he actually said that he was impressed. So I believe that that kind of you know quick thinking, and then being able to come up with professional looking strategic documentation is something you learn from the MBA, I guess. And apart from that, if I say, you know, you've got business decisions to make. For example, cost benefit analysis, and going for a RFI, or putting a proposal forward. You make sure that you use all your strategic thinking. And there was a compulsory module, right? Strategic management, which had all these tools, right? Where you actually uh, you know use those tools to come up with a proposal, with a proposed solution, and with the pros and cons and SWOT analysis done for all of them. So I believe that is something which is practical as well, right? Because you've got so many workshops in the MBA session, or MBA year, that you get used to all those with constantly changing teams. So it's not that you are going to get comfortable, sitting in the same group with your friends and people you are comfortable speaking to. You had to sort of make friends, or at least be lucid in terms of, or flexible in terms of working with anyone on a given particular day. So I believe all those experiences actually helped me to this very day and continue to do so. That's easy, right? It's I think it's almost a perfect city where you can be like to the beaches in like 25 minutes of a metro ride, right? And then you can just visit almost, I mean, you can go to Jesmond and you can see, the forest side of things, and then you can travel to Keeler, and uh, you've got almost everything in just like an hour distance. So it's hardly, I would say it's a mini version of a country, right?
Mm.
Which is accessible. And I think there were a lot of places which were where we used to hang out with our friends, and almost we did not leave a stone unturned. So it was like we always targeted, okay, this time we go to, let's say, North Shields, right? And then next day you are eating at Stack, and then oh, you've got a lecture in 15 minutes. What can you grab? So you'd go down to Tesco Express, get a meal deal or something. Or if you've got 30 minutes, then you go to shawarma place. You get a shawarma meal deal or something. So it was always fun to explore new things, and I believe you just never seem to run out of options. It's I mean, there's everything for everyone, it seems. Uh, Just just live the experience. So it's not about getting a degree. It's about looking at your modules, looking at what are the opportunities for you to take away, right? So what do you want from an MBA? I think that's the key. But then also looking at what you would like to uh, take from each module. What are your strengths? Where would you like to improve? So I think looking at the course, but not just that. It's about assignments, it's about group work, it's about your friends, your connections. So it's all in all, it's about the experience you have, right? All these different modules or pointers kind of talk about the experience. There would be like business experience week, right? I think that one week gave me, uh, you know, uh, gave me experience of about working in four different, organizations. Just one week, right? You have got
Yeah.
those case studies going. You've got, you're thinking hats on, and you're just trying to compete. I think that's the best part of it. So please don't think about the outcome, think about the journey, is my tip to people looking to get an MBA.